Hello, and welcome to the Ranting Couch, the place where I get to complain about something that has been influencing my life, and you have to fucking sit there and take it like a good little boy. Alright, creating content daily it's difficult, but I didn't think it was going to get this difficult. Holding myself accountable is like 50% of the task, and it's even harder, easier said than done. Obviously, I've been gone for a couple of days, because of the Hobo Johnson concert. I got a little thing I like to call post-concert depression, and, I was having some issues going on in my personal life. You don't get to deserve that. You don't deserve to get to know that. Dude, English is such a fucking weird language. I mean, hey, you would also be, pretty fucking burnt out if you had to edit 4 hours of footage into 30 minutes. And, half of that footage is still pretty unused. I mean, I have an entire night, too, that I haven't fucking edited yet. I got a keyboard from Hobo Johnson. So, yeah, when you edit a video like that, 30 fucking minutes, obviously, you get tired of editing, especially off of the adrenaline from the actual, shoot of the video. And that brings me to a place of, I don't think a lot of people understand how good you have to be at editing to not be noticed, right? Because a lot of good editing goes unnoticed because that's the point. The point is you get immersed in the content. So when you have to edit something that's 30 fucking minutes, one of your editing sessions goes on for 4 or 5 hours, you get this thing that I like to call editing eyes. I feel like a good editor rarely gets acknowledged by the audience, right? Unless you're watching something that has a lot of cuts or a lot of CGI, like a Mr. Beast video. I feel like a lot of good editors go unnoticed. Except me, I'm not a good editor. Now in that 30-minute, how the fuck does David Atchu do this? In that 30-minute video, there was a couple of frames of just black video. And I'd like to apologize that. Because when you edit, you got to deal with pacing, whether or not the actual content is funny or if you have to make it funny, whether or not you're adding sound effects, how you're adding music, timing the cuts to the music, figuring out what music fits the fucking vibe, audio editing, visual editing, which I did terrible on that last video. I'm so sorry. I really hope this one's color graded better. It just looks piss yellow. I think the best way I can explain Troxler eyes, or the Troxler effect, the Troxler phenomenon, right, is basically when you hyper-focus in on a subject. Usually this experiment is done on mirrors, right? If you just look at yourself in the mirror, your peripheral vision is going to start fucking you, right? It's going to come up with scary stories. Mostly, some studies say it's because your brain is bored. Some studies is because your brain isn't rendering your peripheral because you're so dialed in on what the fuck you're looking at. I think the Troxler effect deeply affects how people edit. This goes into editing because when you're looking at an edit that you're doing, right, a rough draft, right, a sequence, some would call it. When you're editing a video and you're editing a sequence, it's very easy to lose things because when you're so hyper-focused on what you want your dream sequence to be, you're going to start seeing the actual product as your dream sequence. I mean dream sequence, not in a Shark Boy and Lava Girl term, but more sequencing. Premiere Pro is a sequencing program. And I think, that's part of the problem is a lot of editors, including myself, edit in just a single session. Luckily, I'm editing this fucking video as it goes, so it won't be that bad. But it's pretty bad, Basically, you want to edit something really good. So your blue light boiled brain basically tells you, hey, this edit's amazing, post it. And when you post it, you go and take a break for a few hours. You go watch a couple of episodes of The Studio. You go watch a couple episodes of Don. You go watch a fuck ton of Leo Skeppy, right? And then it's all fine and dandy. And then the next day, you're like, I want to check out my video. I want to see the analytics. You watch the video, and it looks like piss. It doesn't look how it looked when you edit it. People keep on fucking walking by. My point is, wow, that's, focus on me. My point is, it's not the entire video making process that causes burnout. It's editing. Because editing is by far the most fucking tedious and annoying bullshit ever. And I'm saying this as, like, the trademark editor from my fucking high school film class, right? I was known as the editor. The film teacher would ask me questions about editing, and I'd answer them. My point is, if you see a video, like, as long as this one,